What if you could manage all your contacts, leads, customers, leverage a sales pipeline, engage in email marketing, and manage all your sales and client tasks in one dynamic Google Sheets CRM? Would you be interested? Well, over the last little while, we have created a simple yet functional CRM built with Google Sheets and dedicated to small and micro businesses called Sheetify CRM. And today I'm excited to navigate through and show you how this Google Sheets CRM works and the incredible value that this dynamic and integrated CRM has to offer small businesses. Okay, so just quickly before we launch into the Sheetify CRM, consider subscribing if you haven't done so already, or if you're new to this channel, and that way you'll stay updated with actionable videos and tutorials designed to equip you with the skills, knowledge, and tools to help your small business thrive online. And with that happy note out the way, let's go ahead and dive into Sheetify, our all-in-one Google Sheets CRM. Okay, so to get started with this all-in-one functional CRM built with Google Sheets and dedicated to small businesses, simply head over to your browser and type in sheetifycrm.com, or feel free to click the link in the description below this video and that's going to take you here. Then simply navigate down and click on I want this and then make the purchase. Then open the PDF and click on the link that will take you to the Google Sheets template. And that's going to take you to the Sheetify CRM template. This is one of the most affordable yet functional CRMs on the marketplace. This CRM for small and micro businesses has a one-time payment for lifetime access, lifetime updates, all client, sales, task, and email marketing features, and 100 users and 40,000 contacts based on Google's requirements. No subscriptions, no fees, no monthly plans, just a one-time payment for lifetime value. Then what we want to do is create our own copy. To do that, simply navigate up to File and then click on Make a Copy. Then down here, give your Sheetify CRM a name. You might want to add your business branding. If you do, go ahead and add that here. For now, I'm just going to add Sheetify CRM. Then all you need to do is come down and click on Make a Copy. And that's going to add a copy of your own Sheetify CRM to your Google Drive. Now, it's important to note that you can use the Sheetify CRM on a free Google account or a paid Google Workspace account. Next, what we want to do is set up the Sheetify CRM and enable all of its features. To do that, simply navigate up to Sheetify, then come down to Set Up Sheetify and click on Set Authorization. Then to authorize, come down and click on OK. Select the Google account that you're using, then click on Advanced. And because this is a custom product, you'll get this notification once. All you need to do is come down and click on Go to Sheetify CRM. Here you'll see what your Sheetify CRM has access to, then come down and click on Allow. And just like that, we've enabled all the features inside our CRM. Next, what we're going to do is navigate down the bottom and locate Settings. Here we want to make sure that our settings are correct before we engage in different CRM related activities. For example, navigate up to Type. If you were business to business, you could add electrician, residential, government, hospitality, not-for-profit, and then we have a standard B2B label down here. Maybe you offer a specific service, or let's say you're in the B2C, business to consumer, then you could change this to the type of service or product that your contacts are after. Again, you can come back to these labels later on if you like. Then we have task status. I'm happy with the task status down here. However, if you want to make changes, you can do so. Then we have source. This is the source that your customers found you through. Did they find you on website, through social media, paid ads, Instagram, and these other channels down here, and you can make changes if you like. For example, I'm going to come down to newspaper and change this to Google search. Then navigate up to team and add your internal team in here. These are your team members that you can assign to specific contacts. Then you can also add your status priority. I'm happy with the default. Then we want to move on to sales status. Now these three you need to keep the same: new lead, won, and lost. However, these statuses down here you can make changes based on the nature of your sales process. And for example, you want to move your contacts, move your leads through your sales pipeline. And these are the sales stages within your sales pipeline. We have new lead, and we want to move our new leads into qualified leads, then into details discussed, price negotiation, job complete, and then ultimately into won. Or if that lead fell through, you can always move that lead into lost. So these are your different stages that you can customize. I'm going to leave this as default for now. Now let's navigate over to General Settings. Here you can change your currency. Simply click the drop down and choose your currency. And then for email marketing, what we want to do is add our preview email. So this is your associated business email. Then come down and add your email name. And this is the name that your email recipients will see when you send an email. I'm going to add my name. Then down here, add a reporting email. And I'll talk more about reporting shortly, but essentially what you want to do is add your business email that you want to use to receive reports about the performance of your account. Again, I'm going to add my business email. Then down here, this is where you can add your own business resources. For example, if you want to add links to your Google Drive or website links, as well as booking form links, review links, and more, you can add those down here for easy access. Then over here we have email marketing settings, and I'm going to leave this as default for now, and we'll come back to this later. Across here, we can leave everything here as it is. Okay, so what we're going to do now is navigate back over to contacts and leads. And this is where we can simply manage all our contacts and leads. Okay, so I'm going to quickly navigate through all these sheets before we dive into each one individually. If we navigate over to contacts and leads again, this green over here is all your contacts information. If we navigate across, you can see this purple. This is all related to your sales pipeline. Next, if we navigate over to LTV, this is lifetime value. And these are all the emails that we have associated to our account. And this is how you can track the lifetime value of your contacts. As you can see in our CRM, we have 2 emails for info@syndio.co.nz. And the lifetime value is 10K500. And this is because if I navigate over to contacts and leads and then navigate over here, you can see we have this email here and email here. And these are 2 separate contacts and jobs that have been added together to create the lifetime value of that company or contact. And I can add my own unique client ID over here. Next, if we navigate across, we have sales pipeline, and this is a visual representation of your sales pipeline. You can see we have 1 lost qualified lead, details, and these are the stages in our sales pipeline. You can see the total number of deals in each stage, as well as the total value within each stage, and then the average deal value. Now to move a deal through your sales pipeline, all you need to do is head back to contacts and leads, navigate across, and change the sales status. For example, all I would do is click here. And let's say I've already negotiated on a price with this contact, so I'm going to move this contact, this record, through to the details accepted. And you can see the update to the sales status date here. Every time you make a status change up here, you'll see the date of the last status change automatically update over here. And you'll get that notification. Okay, so let's navigate back over to sales pipeline. Okay, if we navigate down to sales calendar, this gives you a 4-week rolling view of your contacts that are in your sales pipeline. And we have these different filtering options. For example, at the moment we have sales status, and then the view is 1. So you can see today is Tuesday. However, on the Monday, the 27th, we had a contact, a deal that was 1. I can also navigate over to view and then click on these options that we added under settings. Remember, these are our sales stages, and I can click on details accepted. You can see that this contact down here, Sam San, the deal associated with this contact is due on the 22nd of December. Now we can also filter by sales status, which we have selected at the moment. I can come down and click on team and see all my deals that are associated to specific team members, priority status, business type, or source down here. I can also remove all filters if I like, and that will show me all the deals that are due over the next month. Now we can also add a custom date if you want to look into the past or into the future. Next, if we navigate down to client tasks, this is simply where you can manage all your client tasks. So once you've converted a lead into a paying customer, you can add tasks associated to that customer. For example, up here, installation, installing Luke's stuff, and then we have these details across here. We'll dive into this more shortly. Then next to that, we have client calendar. This just shows you a calendar view similar to the sales calendar of your client's tasks. Then next to that, we have email marketing templates. This is where you can engage in email marketing activities by simply adding your own custom emails, or you can customize these pre-made templates. You can simply add the email subject and then the email body, and then you can send bulk emails to your contacts, and I'll show you how to do this shortly. Then next to this, we have dashboard, and this is essentially a visual representation of your account of your CRM. You can see all your active deals, active revenue, as well as invoices paid versus unpaid, and then other important details like an overview over the last 30 days. New contacts, customers won, customers lost, as well as tasks completed, as well as the emails you've sent, and your quota limit down here in terms of how many emails you can send per day. And this will vary based on your account. And then the total deals value that you've won, as well as lost, over the last 30 days, and then your task overview down here. Then if we navigate down, we have settings. Again, this is where you can customize your settings like I mentioned earlier. Okay, so let's head back across over to contacts and leads. So as you can see, if I navigate up here, I've added the full name of this contact, Luke Fisher, as well as the first name. This is going to be used in our email marketing activities. So he likes to be called Lukey. If he has a company name, I would add that in here. I'm going to add company C. Then we have Luke's email. If we navigate across, we have address, then the contact's phone number, as well as the type. I'm going to click here and I'm going to select B2B. How did they find us? I'm going to select word of mouth, and then if I click on date added, I'm going to navigate across and click on today, which is the 28th. I can also add media in here. For example, up here I've added a link to our Google Drive, and this is a folder in our Google Drive that manages all the media and files associated with this contact. So you can simply add those links in here, and that's going to give you easy access to your Google Drive. Then again, we can move over to the purple over here, which is sales-based activities. Now, I don't have to add anything here if I don't need to just yet, but let's say we've already had a conversation and this contact is interested in our offer. So I'm going to click here. The due date for converting this contact into a paying customer is the 1st of January. The priority at the moment is low. I'm happy with that. They are a qualified lead. If I click here, I can choose new lead, qualified lead, and these other sales stage options. And remember, you can make changes to all of these different sales stages if you like within settings, except for new lead, won, and lost. Again, if we navigate across, we can add the value of that lead. So let's say I'm a web design agency and I'm building a single page website for this client, and the value or the price of that product, that service, is $1,000. Now, who are the sales activities assigned to? They are assigned to me. I want to move this contact through our sales pipeline. All the communication is going to be done through me. Next, if we navigate across, we have follow up again. This is under sales tasks. So if there's a sales task that you need to engage in order to move your contact or your lead through your sales pipeline, then you want to add those tasks in here. For example, this task could be follow up call again, and that's going to allow me to call this contact and move them from qualified lead into details discussed. So I want to engage in a follow-up call and discuss details about this landing page, about this service. Then we have the sales task due date, as well as notes about that sales task, and then the last status change, which is automatically changed. For example, if I click here and then come down and click on details discussed, you can see that this little update is popped up, update to sales status date, and that date will be changed. Now, if you select here, you can choose to send the invoice. So if I click here, the invoice has been sent. And once the invoice is paid, all I need to do is click here, and that's going to show that that invoice has been paid. Okay, so we haven't sent a invoice yet, and it hasn't been paid, obviously. So we're going to keep those unticked. Now, what we can do is navigate up to tasks, and that's going to show us our Google tasks. Remember, this is automatically embedded and integrated into Google Sheets. Now, what we can do is click on the sales task, and then navigate up to Sheetify, then come down to Taskify and click on Sales Task. And that's going to add that sales task to the sales task list. Now, if we navigate up here and click on My Tasks, you can see we have sales tasks. And that task that we added inside our Google Sheet, inside of our Sheetify CRM, has been automatically added to our sales task list. This is inside our Google Tasks app. And you can open up the Google Tasks app on your phone and you can see these tasks. This means you can stay on top of all your tasks on the go inside the Google Tasks app. Again, let's navigate over to Sales Task Due. I'm going to click on the 9th and then navigate over to this task here. And I'm going to click on Sheetify again, Taskify, and then Sales Task. And that task is going to be added up here. You'll also see that notification down here. So that's a powerful feature that we've added inside the Sheetify CRM. You can automatically taskify your sales tasks and client tasks to be added inside your Google Task. Okay, so let's navigate down to lifetime value. Like I mentioned, this is where you can track the lifetime value of your contacts, of your companies. Then if you navigate down to sales pipeline, again, this is a visual representation of your sales pipeline. Okay, so I'm going to navigate up here and close our task for now. And then navigate down to sales calendar. Again, we've talked about the sales calendar. If we come down to client tasks, and remember, like I mentioned, once a lead has been converted into a paying customer, you can then add the job associated to that customer. For example, the client task is installation 2. The description is install new flat roof. Then over here, we've got the contact name. So this task is associated to Luke Fisher. What is the priority? We're going to keep that as high. It's currently not in progress. I'm going to navigate down and click on created. And you can see that the client status date has been updated. Then who's it assigned to? It's assigned to me. And then we have the due date over here. And then the time, which is 4. I'm going to change this to 12:30 p.m. and I'm happy with that. And then we have the last status change, which is automatic based on the status change over here. Now what I can do is navigate over to this task and then click on Sheetify and then come down to Taskify. And this time I want to add this task to my client task list. Click on client task. And as you can see, client tasks has been added to the client task list. Now if we navigate up to tasks and then click on this drop down and locate client tasks, you can see all our client tasks. Again, I'm going to do the same with this task here, Sheetify, Taskify, and client task. Give it a moment and you'll see that task has been added to our Google Tasks app. Now the great thing about this integration is you can click on the task, you can change the name, the detail of that task, as well as add a description. You can also change the date and time if you like. And you can also set to repeat. If I click on repeat, if you have a reoccurring task, it could be a sales task or a client task, you can simply add the details regarding that task repetition. For example, repeats every, I can change this to week. Every Tuesday, I can set a time. Let's go 9 a.m., starts on December, and then I can add the end date or these details down here. Okay, so I'm going to cancel this. And then once a task has been completed, all I need to do is click this tick, and that's going to mark that task as completed. And you can see all your completed tasks down here inside the Google Tasks app. Okay, so let's exit out of this. The great thing about this task integration is if you have a team member and you've added them to your CRM, they can look for the task that's assigned to them. For example, if Carl logged into the Sheetify CRM, he can see that he has 2 tasks that are assigned to him. One he's already completed, but this one has just been created. So what Carl would do is simply go over here, navigate up to Sheetify, and then taskify that task. And that's going to be added to his own Google Apps interface. Then all he needs to do to show everyone that that task has been completed is he just needs to jump into here and then click on completed. And you can see that client status date has been updated. So everyone on your team has access to your CRM, this Sheetify CRM. However, they have access to their own Google Tasks app. So everyone can see this interface, but each of your team members has access to their own Google Tasks app. Okay, so let's exit out of this. And then again, if we navigate down to client calendar, again, this is the client calendar. This is where you can see all your tasks. In the next 4-week rolling, you can see today is the 28th. We have no tasks that are due today. You can then add a custom date up here if you like. Okay, next let's head over to the email marketing templates. Like I mentioned, these are the different templates that you have access to, and you can make changes if you like. So this is the name of the template. What you want to do is make changes over here if you like. So under email subject for custom email, you can see that hi name, and when you see these curly brackets, the double curly brackets, that's going to pull in the data from contacts and leads. So this name code here is going to pull in the code from first name over here. And that's going to make your emails personalized. Okay, so let's head back to email templates. Again, you can see company name in curly brackets, and that's going to pull in the data from company name. Let's head back to email templates and click on the body. Again, you can see hey and then curly brackets name. I'm going to call you at phone number, and that's going to pull in the phone number from your contacts and leads at 10 p.m. today, talk soon. Also, I like what, and that's going to pull in the company name has created. Now remember, if there's any other information that you want to pull from contacts and leads, you can simply do that by heading back over to settings and then locate email marketing settings, come down to code, and simply add your own code. For example, we click on the drop down, maybe we want to pull in type, source, media and files, priority, sales status, value, or maybe the sales task. We can do that, and then we can create our own code by simply adding double curly brackets and then the code that we want to add. Again, let's navigate back over to email templates, and you can see over here we have a payment reminder email template. If we come here, we've got gentle payment reminder for the email subject. I'm happy with that. Then over here we have the body. If we double click, we can make changes if we like. At the moment, it's generating the first name as well as the company name from our data in contacts and leads. So let's go ahead and send a bulk email. I'm going to navigate over to contacts and leads, and let's navigate over to the far right hand side. And you can see that we have 4 emails that have been sent, but they haven't been paid yet. So what I can do is navigate up to filter and then click on this filter here and then untick blank and then click on OK. So these are all the invoices I've sent. Then I'm going to click on filter here and then come down and unclick paid and then click OK. And as you can see, these are the 4 contacts, if we navigate across, that haven't paid the invoice. The invoice has been sent, but they haven't paid the invoice yet. So I want to send an email reminder. To do that, all I need to do is navigate over to this email marketing column and manually select the contacts that I want to send an email campaign to. For example, I can manually select here, or what I can do is I can simply highlight this entire column and click on the spacebar, and that's going to select all 4 of these contacts. And that's going to allow me to send 4 email campaigns to each of these emails. Now, because this is just an example, I'm going to navigate over here and unselect because this is just an example email. And then I'm going to navigate up to Sheetify, then email marketing, and these are all the different template options that I can send. I can send a custom email that you've decided to quickly create based on a specific reason, event, or for example, a new product or service release, or you can select from these pre-made email templates. For us, we want to send a payment reminder, so go ahead and click on Send Payment Reminder. Then you'll get this email reminder from Sheetify to confirm that you want to send a payment reminder email. Simply come down and click on Yes. And as you can see, every time an email is sent, the box will be unticked. And just like that, you've sent 3 payment reminder emails. And it's as simple as that to engage in email marketing activities inside Sheetify. And this is an example of what that email will look like in your recipient's inbox. You can see that it's pulled in your email signature, as well as the name that you added within settings, as well as personalized details like the first name and the company name. Okay, so let's turn off this filter. Now it's best to navigate up to Sheetify and then email marketing and send a preview email first before you engage in email marketing and send bulk emails to your audience. Again, if we click out of here and navigate across to dashboard, and because I'm using a free email, you can see how many emails I've sent as well as my quota left for today. And your quota is going to vary depending if you're using a free or paid Google Workspace account. Okay, so let's navigate back over to contacts and leads. Next, what we can also do is navigate up to Sheetify and then come down to Set Up Sheetify and click on Create a Form. And then if we come down here to Form Response 11, this is where you can capture form responses and add those responses into your CRM. Now, if we click on the drop down, what we want to do is go ahead and click on Rename, and I'm going to call this Lead Capture. And then what we can do is navigate up to Tools and then Manage Form, and then we can edit the form, go to the live form. We can also send this form or embed the form on a web page, meaning you can add this form on your website page and you can capture those contacts inside your CRM. You can also send the form to email recipients or share this form across your social media channels to capture new contacts. So what you want to do is take the time to edit your form or click on Go to Live Form. And as you can see, this is what the form looks like before I've made any changes. And that's going to generate this information that you need inside your CRM. And you can customize this if you like. Your full name, first name, company's name, email, address, phone number. What do you do? Remember, this is type that we added within settings. How did you find out about us? And remember, these are sources that you can customize. Okay, so for the purpose of this tutorial, I'm going to quickly add information to this form. And then I'm going to hit submit. And as you can see, your response has been recorded. Again, you can make changes to your form. If you want to learn how to make custom changes to your Google form, I'll add a tutorial down below in the description for you to check out. Okay, so let's head back to our CRM. And as you can see inside the lead capture sheet, you can see that this new contact has been added. Now what we can do is right click and then click on copy and then head over to contacts and leads and then locate the next line down here under full name and then navigate up to special paste and then values only. And you can see just like that, we've gone ahead and added that contact's details from our form. Then you can navigate through and add more information about that contact as well as about the sales. So remember, you can simply add that form to your website or share it across your different platforms to capture new contacts and leads and then simply add them inside this database. Now we can also navigate up to Sheetify and then come down to Reportify and you can set up weekly reporting. If I click here, that's going to send our dashboard report to our reporting email every Monday. If I click on settings, you can see this is my reporting email here. Now I can also click on Sheetify and Reportify and I can send a report now if I like. And that's going to send a snapshot of your dashboard directly inside your email. And that looks just like this. And you're going to receive an email with an attachment with this dashboard as a PDF. However, that is everything that I wanted to cover in this Sheetify CRM tutorial, helping you get started, set up, and start engaging in CRM related activities to build and scale your business. And when you purchase this Sheetify CRM, you get access to lifetime updates and new features. If you need any help or you have any questions, make sure to head over to the Sheetify CRM website and get in touch with our chat support. However, that is everything that I wanted to cover in this tutorial. And there we have it, guys. That is it for this brief overview of our Sheetify CRM. Now, if you have any questions about the Sheetify CRM, make sure to pop them down below. And with that said, thank you so much for watching this tutorial all the way through to the end. If you got value, make sure you leave a like and subscribe. And that way, I'll see you in the next video. Take care, everyone.